Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Pops with the Adams Family Gaming, and today we're going to be going over another Mutation Rotation. So we got this week, we have the 3 dungeons, which is the Depths, the Lazarus Instrumentality, and Barnacles and Black Powder. The week's mutation is Hellfire, so make sure you're going to get your flame protection amulets. And then for the M2s, you have the Indomitable, which means the enemies have Vampiric 2. Enemies heal for 20 to 40% of damage done. I don't know how to say that one. The Phalanx. Enemies cast a shield that blocks players' projectiles. And then for your M3s, which will be farmable come season 10 with the 4 slot armor or something like that. I don't remember the exact terminology. But it is Fiendish 2. Players receive the following debuffs. Weary periodically applies Weary to players in combat, showing their movement by 30% and increasing all damage they take by 20%. The effect can be delayed by using abilities. This effect cannot be cleansed by player abilities. They also get Blood Offering. Using abilities applies a stack of Offering, causing 4.5% max health, fire damage over time to the player, stacking 3 times. All player damage have 25% lifesteal while affected by Offering. This effect cannot be cleansed by player abilities. So that's what we got for the mutations. We need to make sure. The first thing we're going to go over is where to get your amulets. So the first one that you can get is your Scorpion Stone, which is going to be able to be picked up from Merc Guard. So you're just going to farm Merc Guard. So if you're able to get into a world tour thing, make sure you hit up Merc Guard and hopefully you can get that dropped by that. The next one that you can get is going to be the Brilliant Bloodstone Cameo. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this because it is only a gear score of 500, but you can get it by farming Bloody Jaws over in the, where's this going to be at? Let's see, where's that at? That looks like it's going to be in Evansville Reach. Yeah, it's going to be over in Evansville. So over in Evansville, you'll be able to go farm that. That's Bloody Jaw. Oh, yeah, right there. So that is going to be right here. The Imperial Shipwreck, I believe. Bloody Jaws, yeah, Imperial Shipwreck. So that's going to be right here. That's where you're going to be able to get your Bloody Jaws. Just farm him over and over and over again. Let's go back one more. And then you got Heart of Fire, which I believe that one comes from Imperium Forge. The heal, yeah, Imperium Forge. There's going to be a boss inside the Imperium Forge. And then the Empty Hearth, which I believe also comes from Imperium Forge. So you can go, and that's just the regular Imperium Forge. So y'all can just run that a few times, pick up your Flame Amulet, and you're going to be super good. We're also going to check the prices in case nobody wants to farm it. So let's run on over to, and we'll check it out here on that's on Pangea. Keep in mind, it's only on Pangea. The price is going to vary depending on what server you were on. Let's go. Flame Protection, hit apply. And then we're going to can afford. And then let's do it by gear score. 5,000. We don't want to pay that much. 2,500 is not too bad for 695. It gives you 31 strength. Flame Protection, Alchemist. I mean, it's a good starting point. I do believe there are better that you'll be able to farm out. Intelligence, maybe if you're using Flame Staff or something. Void Gauntlet, Dexterity. That's not a bad one. Stop, drop, and roll dodging will reduce the current duration of all burn damage over time effects on you by 25%. Yeah, so you're looking at maybe 2,000 gold over on Pangea. So what can you get from the dungeons? That's another good question you may have. So let's get into that. So for the depth, we have Lost Stopwatch. What does it do? It gets Magnify, which in season 10, if you're watching this, any of these videos after the after post-launch of Season 10, we will no longer have Magnify. The way that I understand it, you're just going to get a set amount of attribute points per piece of gear. We'll have to wait and see if that's how that goes. But you get Stunning Gaze. Taunts are active, generate 300% more threat. Stuns last 1 second longer, but base damage is decreased by 10%. And then Purify, when you're a hit while below 50% health, you lose all debuffs. That's pretty good. Does not trigger off of persistent damage, DLT effects, or blocked attacks, and then it gives you health and your empty socket and your random perk. So I don't think that's going to be a very worthwhile one to go after. That just doesn't seem like it'd be able to be anything. And then the next one we have is Lazarus. Lazarus allows us to get Spark of Mjolnir. Mjolnir's Blessing, 99% of hammer damage is converted to lightning, and you deal 20% more lightning damage with both weapons. Spark, Mighty Gavel causes lightning strike that inflicts 30% weaken for 7 seconds. Refreshing, Mighty Gavel hits reduce the ability's cooldown by 20%. Max 2 activations per impact. Refreshing move, light and heavy attack. So that's actually pretty good, I think. I think I'm actually going to focus on getting this and attempt to make a build. I know I said that the last time that it was in rotation, but this actually sounds like it'd be really, really good for PvP or PvE, to be honest. So we're going to check it out. We're going to see if we can't get a good build going with it. And then the next one we have is Barns and Barnacles, which gives us the really, really coveted Dark Void Plate artifact for tanking. It gives you Magnify. And again, remember, that's going to go away in Season 10. Dark Reinforced, your armor is increased by 20%. You got your empty socket, your Enchanted Ward, which is super good. And then Physical Aversion, which is less damage from ranged physical attacks. And then, of course, you pair that with your Frigid Dawn set from Glacial Tarn. Then you get the Elemental Aversion. So, I mean, it's a really good set to go after, especially if you're wanting to main a tank. It is... you can get it in all these items. You can get in Mutation M1, M2s, and M3. So all 3 levels of the mutations. So we had some suggestions, which I would love to do some of them. We got, I don't know how to pronounce your name, bro. I apologize. If you don't want to buy the amulet, you can run the Matrix named amulet, Frozen Protection. Yes, so we went over that already. I usually just go to the database, look up stuff. We did that as well. And then this dude says another great thing to add would be likely the fastest to run M2 out of the 3, which that'll be a different video, I guess. I'm gonna have to figure out how to incorporate that. Because out of these 3, I do believe Barnacles and Black Powder is the actual fastest one if you just want to farm the dense mutator materia or whatever. I really think that would be the best one, would be Barns and Barnacles. Let me see. And then I think that's it. And oh yeah, the amulets, the named amulets where you can farm them at. Yep. So I appreciate all the feedback from that. That's super dope. So also with it being the mutation rotation, we have our weekly reset for the PvP zone. Sadly, we lost it during this past week to the orange, freaking orange. But like I said, the easiest way that I have found is to come right here to this fast travel or this fast travel if you have it unlocked. And you just go along here, then you come up here and you just run along this. And there's a few chests that you can get along the way. And then you come up this way. If you haven't gotten it yet, then you come in here. And then you go into this cave and you end up right here. And by the time you get this chest right here, you're pretty much guaranteed to get your GoldenCursed Coconut. And again, I wouldn't recommend doing it today since today is the actual mutation rotation day. It's going to be super, super sweaty over there. So I would give it a day or 2 before you head over there and try and get that. And I think that's it. I think we covered everything. We covered the actual mutations for the week, what you can get from it, or the main objective, main wants to from them, right? We got that. We got what kind of amulet you would need, where to farm each one, or how much they're going to about cost or whatever, the golden coconut. Let me know in the comments if I forgot anything. It is super early for me and got to bed a little bit late last night. So yeah, my brain's a little foggy this morning. It actually took me like 5 times to do the little intro and I'm still not satisfied with it, but we're just going to run with it. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of y'all and I will see y'all next time. Thank you.